All right, welcome back to the Idiots Talking Ball podcast. Evo Bennett, and we have a new member, Boof or Silas, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. How are we feeling today, guys? How are we feeling?
We're feeling really good.
Yeah,
feeling good.
All right,
good.
Free agency episode. So, this week has been very hectic. So there's a lot of stuff to touch on. Jalen Ramsey. Oh, we're recording this at what time is it? At 2:57. No, 2:57 Central Time on Sunday the 12th. So if we didn't touch on something, it's probably because it didn't happen yet. So yeah, Jalen Ramsey got traded an hour ago. We'll touch on that later. But we're gonna start with the Vikings because we're Vikings fans, and there's been a few cuts. So, which do we want to start with? EK first, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't have the number in front of me. We saved $9 million from cutting him, correct?
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Thoughts on that?
It was a good cut. It was honestly, he's played horribly the past few seasons. He cannot cover anyone this year. Watching him try to run after anyone was abysmal. Hopefully Jordan Hicks is next. That's all I really have to say about EK, to be honest.
I think that he was really done a disservice by the scheme that we had in place last year, but ultimately it's 100% the best move to get rid of him. He's getting old. The cap number that we had tied up in him was ridiculous, and it just kind of puts us on a better path to be an actual contending team as opposed to a fraudulent 13-4.
Yeah, I think he probably would have done a lot better with Brian Flores in place, but ultimately it's we need to get under a certain cap number, and he was one of the easiest ways to do that. He played, from 2015 to 2022, 8 years in Minnesota, racked up 919 combined tackles, 15 sacks, and 9 interceptions in his time here. He was a part of some of the better defenses, I'd say, in Minnesota before it kind of just crashed the last 3 years. So we love EK. We hope the best for EK. But he sucked last year, and he's on a big contract, so we had to go.
Yeah.
And then I think the same sentiment can be held with Adam Thielen. Great story here. Played a lot here. Was awful last year, and also on a big contract. A post from his wife. How are we feeling about this move?
Happy to get Caitlin gone, but sad to see him gone, to be honest.
Like how? I am not sad.
I'm just sad. I'm sad in the terms of I liked watching him. He was the entire time I've been conscious, I guess you could say, and watching this team he's been playing. But I also hate his wife. So a little happy to see. Good for him. He's probably going to go somewhere. He's not going to get paid big. He's 33 years old. He can't create separation, but he's still going to get paid somewhere. Possibly just go ring chasing somewhere. But
yeah, I hope he does that.
It should have been over last year, to be honest. But this is the year they chose. So
just watching him last season. It was really some the saddest things ever, because people will say he wasn't given enough opportunity, his wife, that is, and he was given all the opportunity you can give him. I think he got 100+ targets. PFF says he didn't drop a pass, but we all know that's incorrect. He had a serious drop problem last year. He couldn't get separation, and he would just run backwards at times.
Yeah, after the catch, he was fighting for his life.
Yeah, he looked lost. He looked like every player after their prime looks like they don't know how they're not dominating anymore, and that's kind of what he looked like. And for the number he was playing on, he just had to go. Any other thoughts on Thielen?
Not really. Yeah, it's just the whole it's unfortunate to see the Minnesota kid go not finish his career here with the team, but or I suppose stay here throughout his entire career. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, it's just the business side of it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then the one that really sent us up in flames, I think we're not going to be able to recover from this one, is Cam Dantzler got released. Boy, is that a big hit to the team.
Yeah,
Shut up.
that's one win from last season gone. Do you remember the Bears game where you just like grabbed the ball from Amir Smith-Marset? I was watching that play the other day, just laughing my ass off. Couldn't believe it.
I mean, if you really, really care about this move, I think you're just trying to find things to be upset about. He didn't play, and when he did, he was really not that good. He was a really good tackler, I'll say that, but he was not good in coverage, like whatsoever.
I hate you.
Why?
You were saying all that because you knew I was sad that we released him. We're not sad.
No,
I'm just
no.
confused. I'm just confused. We have no depth. We have like 2 corners on the roster.
Yeah, 2 like non-practice squad. Like
Yeah.
the ceilings of the other guys are like practice squad, and then it's just like
Yeah,
what?
it's Andrew Booth and Caleb Evans, and then Tay Gowan and someone
Kalen
else.
Barnes.
Yeah.
His name.
Barnes, yeah.
Yeah,
Duke
but
Shelley needs to come back.
Again, if he didn't do enough for you to go, oh no, Cam Dantzler's gone.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you guys? This is kind of random, but do you think we look into like bringing Patrick Peterson back? Because it seems
Hopefully.
like a weird move though, from like where we're at.
It seems like there's mutual interest. Like Pat Pete is very interested. He said it like multiple times. He seems to be begging to come back almost. But I think there's been reports that we're interested too.
I think B-Flow wants a veteran leader on the defense the first year that he's there, but also hopefully Pat Pete's not asking for an obscene amount of money. Like what, did we have him on like a $950,000 contract last year or something like that? He was like literally the lowest contract possible.
Was it like low like base salary and then a ton of incentives based on?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he probably hit a lot of those incentives because he played pretty well last season. He was
healthy.
Like
he ended up around $5 million, but I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
I think that's a pretty good number for Pat Pete. Obviously, he's not old Pat Pete, but he played pretty well last year. So, who do y'all think we should target at corner, whether it be in the draft or in free agency?
You know, I'm high on Garrett Williams.
I am too.
I think that's a good pick. Obviously not a first rounder, but if we could trade up into the late second, get him. I don't think he falls anywhere near our 3rd round pick, but I like him. I like Clark Phillips. Obviously I like Joey Porter. I like all the first round quarterbacks except for Deontay Banks and
Emmanuel Forbes.
I'm not a big Emmanuel Forbes guy either.
Cam Dantzler 2.0.
Yeah, they're both gross and disgusting and shouldn't even be first round picks.
Do we guys, with just like engaging with how deep the cornerback draft is, do you really think it's the best idea to go with the corner round 1 where we could pick up a lot? I feel like
it depends on if they're BPA.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm at the
if it's Joey Porter Jr., then yeah, but
if
I'm at the point.
JPJ.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay, I'm at the point where like we have so many holes now in our team that we just need to go BPA. If Cam Smith or Joey Porter Jr. are the best players available at 20, 23, 22, whatever you want to call it, sure, take them.
We need to go linebacker.
Shut up, bro.
Take a linebacker.
No.
Take Trent Simpson.
Not round 1, but I'm down for Trent Simpson.
Look, y'all know.
Honestly, would you be? Yeah, I know you want Overshawn. Would you guys be mad at a trade back in the first round to trade back into the second round and pick up a ton of draft capital?
You know, like Texans sit with like 33, 65, and 73.
Mm-hmm.
We could throw like 23 and 87 out there and then sit with that.
Yeah.
I actually would not be mad at all. That, depending on how the board falls.
Yeah, I think with all the needs that like are popping up, I think having more players rather than one really good one, and who even knows if they're going to be really good, is probably better.
Yeah.
But again, it depends.
It's like how they did it last year. Like last year, they traded back to 32 because Kwesi and KOC viewed it as that 32 to like 80 something, 90 something was like the most talented area in the draft. I remember them saying that. Like that was the most talented area. Like they felt like they could get the best positional value for the guys that we took there. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they do it again, because if Joey Porter is gone, corner is probably our number one need. Right, definitely is. We have 2 corners on the roster. That's our number one need right now, and those 2 guys are gone. What's the point of sticking and picking when you could trade back and get way better value? I don't see the point of doing that.
I like Cam Smith there still, but
I guess I'd rather trade back, get Garrett Williams, get more players. Actually, have a second round pick would be pretty cool, but
yeah, I just think with the like especially with the mid round guys like Garrett Williams, Clark Phillips, anybody who you view to be like day 2, even early day 3 picks, it's tough to say we should trade back and get them just because you don't know. I feel like you can't really fall that much in love with the middle round guys just because it's very rare that you're ever going to get them.
Yeah.
But before we start talking about everything else, I guess we should talk about like what's next in these next coming days. By the time this is out, probably like tomorrow, I'll probably upload this. But by the time this is out, one of or both of these moves are probably already done. But first,
we got breaking news.
What is it?
This isn't Vikings, but De'Aaron Payne just signed a 4-year, $90 million contract. So getting Dalvin Tomlinson back might be a little bit more tough than before.
90 million?
90 million with 60 million guaranteed.
Dude, that's so tough.
That's the worst possible outcome that could have happened.
Why couldn't they just tag him, dude?
That's wow.
So now you're probably looking at another key defensive piece.
Yeah.
Because I don't see a way you pay him. I mean, he's obviously not going to get 90 million, but
they've got what, 4 days until he's a free agent, right?
Yeah. Tampering starts tomorrow too, so
yeah, 4 days until whatever the dead cap is what I meant.
Yeah.
Whether they move it back. Oh my god.
But
and now Quinnen Williams and Dexter Lawrence are about to sign pretty big deals too. So
yeah, they're gonna get more than this.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And Jeffrey Simmons,
yeah.
Williams and Lawrence are gonna sign. Tomlinson's gonna sign. Oh my god.
Luckily, Tomlinson's probably the worst out of those, but
yeah, but still, that's gonna.
He's still gonna want money.
Yeah.
Doesn't he carry $7.5 million like dead cap hit or something? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Dude, Rick Spielman is not good at making contracts.
He was so brain dead in like the last couple of years. He was just throwing stuff out. It was like to work.
Dude.
Oh. That really sucks. I guess if we want talk Dalvin trade, it's been reported Dalvin, like they're looking, it was I forget how they phrased it. They're open to calls about Dalvin, or are they calling about Dalvin?
They're getting different calls. They already had an offer, and then apparently multiple teams called now because they had one offer, and then I think probably now like 3 or 4 teams have called about him. I doubt it's Miami anymore, but
yeah, it says open for business, which means they're basically selling him. Yeah. I mean, Dalvin said he's not like he has said he very clearly he will not take a pay cut. He will play on his current contract, which means he's definitely probably out the door. And I mean, we are looking to re-sign Madison, which decreases the chances of him being here significantly. I think the fact we're getting any compensation for Dalvin is a good thing. If we can get like a 4th or a 5th,
that's what a 4th is what I really want.
That'd be beautiful, but I think that'd be tough to get a 4th.
Well, what I was thinking is before Miami just traded, I was thinking we could sneak a third from them, but I think
Yeah.
that's not possible anymore.
Yeah, he's.
It's so tough, bro. That Jalen Ramsey trade is probably the worst trade of this offseason so far.
It's weird for the market of older veterans who are still got something going on, but they're not necessarily. I actually don't know how good Ramsey is at this point. Not in terms of like I don't believe in him, but I'm just not aware. So you'd have to let me know where he compares in terms of like just a player at his position ranking in comparison to Dalvin.
I mean, Ramsey had a pretty bad season this year, but
he's still really good.
Yeah,
I don't think a tight end with one career catch is enough compensation for him. That's crazy that's the best offer they got.
I think, people are going to say, like, why would they ever accept that? I guess you can go with that logic, but, I mean, you wanted him off the team, and clearly, like the Rams aren't stupid. They know how to do math. They took the best offer.
It's got to be a cap situation.
Offer. Yeah, he has an awful contract. It's awful.
It probably was teams wanted them to eat some of his cap, and then they just refused to do it.
Yeah, I think it's funny that like the Dolphins like just do not know how to manage picks. Like they traded away all their picks. I guess they got him a Super Bowl, but they don't know how to value them because I mean, get third for Ramsey, no matter if it was probably the best offer or not. Like that's still not good.
Yeah. It's just it's clear that they're rebuilding now. They realize that you can't just trade. I'm talking about the Rams, by the way. You can't just trade those picks, like.
But it's so tough for them to go into a rebuild because they traded away all their picks and they have besides Cup, they have no one like anyone would want to trade for that they can trade for. But there's no way Aaron Donald is playing on a different team. He will retire before he gets traded.
Matt Stafford.
I guess, yeah.
Matt Stafford, Aaron Donald.
They said they wanted to trade him.
They're begging teams to trade for him, and yeah, dude,
ground up
awful contract too.
Dude, oh my god, these.
I mean,
apparently these Boobs guys is talking Kirk trade right now, so I think that might be heating up.
Please trade Kirk. Please.
Well, I want something good in return. I really like maybe a season. I'm fine with Jimmy G because that's the best free agent QB option. Like, I'd be fine with Jimmy G for a season. I do not want Tanner McKee. I do not want us to draft Tanner McKee.
Oh, dude, we can get Hendon Hooker.
You guys, I have a question for you.
What were you saying?
I got a question for you guys. If we do trade Kirk prior to the season, which would make sense, do you think we just kind of not like tank it out, but kind of tank it out? See, like we like just sign Jefferson and JJ to whatever he wants, tank it out this year, and then go after whatever QB we want next year. Is that how
I think if we trade him, that's the only option, to be honest.
You know what I think we're doing? I think we're kind of trying to Eagles this. Like we had our run, we had our big season. Yeah. We're gonna cut and trade everyone that clearly does not have a future on this team early, while still keeping the guys and paying the guys that are like really key contributors, and then they're just gonna load up with all this cap space next season. Will it work? Probably not.
We have so much cap space next season.
What, 120, 140
and
million?
Let me check.
I think Kwesi and
we know $120 million without a Harrison restructure right now.
Yeah, dude. I think Kwesi, being the numbers guy and analytics guy he's looking at all the trends in the league, and he's seeing that cheap team with a rookie deal with 3 to 4 huge difference makers, that being probably Daniil, JJ, Christian Darrisaw, and Hawk. Plus whoever you draft, and it all hinges on if your rookie quarterback is actually good and capable and probably like a really dynamic. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that I hate it. It's just right now I can't say that I like it either, just because I can't. There's no direction. There's no clear direction.
I mean,
right now.
I kind of see what they're doing, to be honest, in terms of letting Kirk walk and having all of that cap space next year because there's some decent quarterbacks that are free agents next season.
But for me,
Um,
but guys like these decent free agents like almost never hit the market, like almost never.
Yeah.
And so
I'm gonna be honest. I see Lamar hitting the market next season, and my hottest take is that Justin Herbert, unless they franchise tag him, is gonna hit the market
That was
because
great.
that would be for
made the
trade.
playoffs,
Herbert and JJ.
I guess. Yeah,
But
that would be a crazy duo.
Yeah.
Let me
all the LSU fans that came with JJ would hate him though, like absolutely hate him because Joe Burrow better.
Damn, Joe Burrow's old.
It's like what, 26, 27?
He's 27. Yeah, Herb's only he's not even 26 yet.
Yeah, Burrow was a 5-year guy.
This man got poop net.
All right. Oh, I remember what we didn't discuss, or what I was forgetting. If y'all want to talk amongst yourselves while I get trade details.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
That's awesome.
The Vikings and QB Kirk Cousins have had a discussion about a contract extension.
God damn it,
Bro. Wow.
No, I think that's honestly the best option right now.
No, dude, I don't want to extend him. I was talking to Brev about this in a space yesterday. I like all the money they have, and if they're extending someone, if they're restructuring someone, that means they're looking at all this money they have next year and they're saying, well, that's a lot of money we can fill, and they're going to push it next year.
Clickbait of Kleiman moment. We're okay. It's okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's okay.
Wait, who tweeted that?
I was seeing that like 2 hours ago. We're all right. We're all right. He's not gonna. It's the same situation as it was. It's just he's being a dick. Not
Wait,
you.
who?
Kleiman guy, the Twitter guy. I don't. Whoever. He's not even a real person. But
all right, this trade that I'm looking up for the details, kind of polarizing. Not even polarizing, honestly. There's a very clear winner to it. The Bears traded number one, or it was 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and DJ Moore to the Panthers. Yeah, I guess the Bears won, right? I think we're all in agreement on that.
I don't know. We have to see the picks first. We have to see who they take first.
But like fundamentally, just looking at the deal,
yes,
if they don't, even if they they would have to fuck this up hugely because they still have DJ Moore, who is still probably a better bet than a quarterback you're drafting at 1, right?
Yeah.
But people acting like this is like some fleece job from the Bears and Ryan Poles is kind of cute, and acting like people that don't see like why the Panthers would do this are just really stupid. Because I mean, you go up and you get your guy. A QB1 is much harder to find. Like a real QB1 is much harder to find than a wide receiver 1. The hit rate on wide receivers and free agency, especially early in the drafts, you can. I mean, obviously, not having your first or your second the next 2 years is going to maybe stunt that growth. But you can get guys. You can fill out a team as long as you're not like the Giants. Like the Jags did it in a year. They had the worst receiving core in all of football. Last year, they had a middle of the pack receiving core. This next year, they're going to probably have a high end receiving core with Calvin Ridley going there. Like it's very possible. Yeah. And they have their Trevor Lawrence. They have a guy, and then their defense is already really good. Their offensive line is already really good. The only thing that's really missing there is the skill position players. And if Reich is a good coach, can coach up a guy, probably CJ Stroud, I really like the move. Now, the Bears still won the deal, but it makes sense for both sides. It's not a fleece.
I mean, I read something that said that they wanted another first. And then I don't remember Carolina's GM's name, but he then put in DJ Moore into the deal. So, I mean, losing DJ Moore sucks, yeah. But, I I mean, you get your guy. They haven't had their guy since Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
So I honestly see it as a win. And oh my God, dude, they literally have the Avengers as their coaching staff. Like, I don't see a situation where CJ Stroud fails, because that's who I think they're going with too. I don't see a situation where he fails in Carolina. But
I think at the very least he's mid. And I think at this point, if you're a Panthers fan, if you're the Panthers, I'm not going to say you're settling for mid, because that's like just like trading all that for mid. But I think at this point, at least taking the shot is worth it at this point, because you cannot. I mean, people will say, well, why didn't they just do this next year? And I mean, every single year we're saying, well, next year is going to be a better quarterback class, and every year it's almost never not. So I think just going and getting your guy and knowing like you hold the cards now, knowing that you can do whatever you want, and get your guy, it's probably more valuable than anything right now.
I think they're going to be all in on DJ Shark in free agency. I'm just looking at these free agent wide receivers. I think they're going to go in on him. I don't think that'd be stupid. They need another wide receiver.
If we were to move on from Cook, Za'Darius, and Harrison, we'd have $20 million in cap space this year, and like $180 million next year.
Jesus, dude.
$180 million. You can do whatever the fuck you want, like anything.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you can go make like 4 trades.
Yeah,
dude.
You can go like people are saying he's going scorched earth rebuild. You can go scorched earth like contender mode. Say like LA Rams. I mean, dude, that's it. We won't. We'll do some like restructures. We'll push money next year. But yeah, for the Bears, that trade. I mean, it's hard not to like it, especially as a Vikings fan. I don't think DJ Moore is some like tier 1 receiver. He's probably in that tier 2, tier 3, depending on how you tier things out. He's probably like, I'd put him in like the 17 to 13 range in terms of ranking receivers. So getting Justin Fields, that guy, along with, you still have Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney, who are capable at least. Now you're going to know what you have in Justin Fields.
Yeah.
And you have first round picks if it doesn't work.
I just, if he doesn't have a good season, then they need to move on from him. I think obviously their defense still need pieces, but I'm talking Justin Fields. If he doesn't have a good season, it's over for him, I think.
But I think an underrated part of this trade is that it gives them flexibility next year. If he has an awful season again, you can package Justin Fields a first and a second, because you still have 2 firsts and 2 seconds next year.
Yeah.
You can package any combination of those and go get a guy. So the Bears really still have all options open, but now are going to have more clarity at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on the trade, Boof?
I do not know. I'm really just kind of looking at cap space. Next year is going to be ridiculous. I actually can't believe it. I don't know. I just sent a message to Boop's guy asking him what he thinks about like the Kirk contract and stuff. So I'll let you know if he says anything there.
I guess we can start talking about quarterback money now. You want to Derek Carr or Daniel Jones first?
Daniel Jones, probably.
All right, I'm gonna give you the floor.
Okay, I just think it's really a horrible contract. I think it's going to break the quarterback market even more, because the quarterbacks are already so overpriced. $40 million for a mid QB is like, to say an overpay isn't enough. Did he have 15 passing touchdowns this season?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're paying a guy $40 million a year for 15 touchdowns.
24 total.
I'm going to be honest. I think you could get the same result, and I don't like Tanner McKee. You could get the same result from Tanner McKee for a rookie deal. You're paying $160 million. Was it 80? Was it like $82 million guaranteed? I believe it was like half the contract guaranteed,
Yeah.
which is abysmal. And I know the reason Lamar's not getting paid is because he's asking for way too much. But
Someone mute
I
their
don't.
phone, bro.
That might be mine vibrating. I'd rather give up 2 first-round picks for Lamar and pay him a giant contract than pay Daniel Jones $40 million a season.
Would you rather give up Lamar, like the 2 first-round picks, and then dole out like $50 million a year to Lamar, or draft like a rookie QB, like one of the top rookie QBs?
Rookie.
I'd rather one of the top ones, probably. I'm serious. I'd rather have Tanner McKee on a rookie contract.
Really?
I'd rather have Tyrod Taylor playing.
Yeah,
I'd rather have Tyrod
I
playing.
get that. It's like a weird.
It's just okay, but with the
they should have let him
Giants,
test free agency. I just don't get it.
but the thing is with the Giants, it's like you let go of Daniel Jones, then what?
If he becomes good, then you get crucified. And if
Yeah,
you
and
QB after that, then you're cooked.
it's
I don't
just
know.
you were kind of like pigeonholed into saying, okay, we this has to be our guy because I mean, it's only like really a 2-year deal because the back half of it, I mean, it is pretty front loaded, and you can get off very easily. So if it doesn't work these next 2 years, I guess it's easy. It's very easy to get off of it and like go get your guy. It's just like you move off of Daniel Jones, then what? You have the 25th pick, and then you have to suck again next year. That's a really hard move to make, especially for like general manager in his second off season.
I don't understand why you wouldn't pick up his 5th-year deal.
Yeah,
I just don't.
In hindsight, that's not a good move. But Daniel Jones, I mean, you win a playoff game, and obviously that's going to be like your thoughts. But before that, they were going like 5-12 every single year, and you kind of just had to leave that on the table.
Yeah. It's just such a waste of money. It's just such a waste.
And then you tag Saquon. That's a lot of money too.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes a lot more sense though.
I would have rather tagged DJ and then gotten a deal worked out with Saquon because Saquon was that offense.
Yeah.
Like.
But then you have to pay a running back. Like he's probably setting a new running back market.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're paying him $40 million a year to do what? Be efficient and limit his turnovers, and then, I don't know. And then they've got Saquon on a deal, like on the tag, as opposed to the deal not really showing a ton of faith in him, knowing that he is the entire engine of the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bennett, I don't know. I don't like the number he's playing at. I just want to preface that it's just like you kind of had to make that deal. And now you're in a position where you're saying, you're almost saying, okay, if we get this guy weapons, he was actually like pretty, like I know his numbers weren't that good, but he was like good quarterback last year, probably an average quarterback. But I mean, at this point in the NFL, if you're getting an average quarterback, I think you have to at least try it, especially if they're not in the right position to make plays a lot of the times. So maybe with the defense looked really good. Saquon's obviously really good. Get him 1 or 2 at least decent weapons and just see if he's that guy. It's almost like the Justin Fields thing, except for the Bears are in a much better position.
I do think that they'll get better too. Daniel Jones with just familiarity within the system another year. The wide receivers that they had got really banged up last year. The turf is awful at MetLife or whatever, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they can go out, add another guy or 2 and then stay healthy. I think that he'd do a lot better.
I mean, yeah, his best receivers in his entire career were 1 game of Kadarius Toney and Isaiah Hodgins playing the Vikings, and that's it.
Yeah.
Another quarterback got semi-paid, I guess. Derek Carr went to the Saints, which is just the most funny move ever because what are the Saints are committed to like winning 7 games.
I know. I mean, if they weren't awful, I could see that move being good. I think he's a top 15 quarterback. I don't. they've been in cap hell for like 7 years now. I don't see why you'd want to. So I would just want to blow it all up, to be honest, if I was the Saints.
Yeah, I mean,
Michael Thomas like hasn't played an actual season in 3 years, and they're staying committed to him.
they're often.
I just don't get it.
I don't know what they're doing. Okay. It's another one. It's another one of those things where I hate the move, but it makes sense considering the GM and the GM and the head coach Dennis Allen. I don't know their GM's name. I don't care enough to know the GM's name, but like they're on the hot seat and they need to have a good year. They can't afford to blow it up this year. So making the playoffs in the NFC South is probably the best way to save their jobs. And unfortunately in the NFL, like that's more important than actually winning games is having a job. So I understand where they're like why they did it, but it's still an awful move for the organization. It's just like their defense sucks still. Their receivers, besides Chris Olave, suck. Their offensive line sucks. And then last year they had 3 first-round picks, if you remember. I think they left with 1. No, they left with 2, and they traded up for Trevor Penning.
That was so bad.
They traded up for Trevor Penning, which was the worst thing to happen in the first round last year. Hate that guy.
Yeah.
It's just they're a dysfunctional franchise. They suck.
I mean, it's just they're not going to be able to compete again until they fix the cap situation, and that's not going to happen until their GM is gone because he refuses to do that. They could clear so much cap space if they just rebuild. And that's like an obvious thing, but it's just if they just rebuild, they could maybe be good for a season.
I don't understand what they're trying to capture even. Like, I don't know, weak division, sure, but like beyond that, like you know you're not going to do anything in the playoffs, and it's probably better for your I don't know, like maybe job security. Maybe they're like, they're being told that they have to make the playoffs so they're done.
That's ultimately what it comes down to is job security. And I mean, you're looking at what is now like 100% wide open after the Panthers said we don't want any skill position players this past season. The Falcons are probably going to make some noise, and make some noise means win 6 games.
Yeah.
The Panthers are probably going to win 6 or 7. The Bucks are going to win 3. And you're saying, okay, if we can just hit that 8-win threshold, we're going to get in the playoffs. And that means I get to keep my job for 1 more year probably. And who knows, if I win a playoff game, I'll probably get a 2-year extension at that point. It's like that's all it boils down to. And I mean, they keep making these moves to stay in mediocrity, and until the rest of the NFC South like actually starts to get better, which should come in like 2 or 3 years, they're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I hate the Saints, so I'm fine with them sucking, but it's an annoying thing to watch, to just see them repeatedly. Okay, yeah, Boobs guy said that the contract extension stuff, he tweeted about it, so
he tweeted so many.
I wish he didn't block me. I have to go on a burner to see his tweets.
Dude, he on my old account he blocked me because I said something about it wasn't even bad. I don't know what it was.
Honestly, I'm fine with him blocking me because he's a douchebag and idiot. But did y'all see? I don't know if it's fake or not. I know Joe posted it. Oh yeah, he was talking about the Wild and how no Wild fans should wear green because nobody should ever wear green. And it's like, dude, shut up, please.
I think he's messing around. I have to believe that he's messing around there. I don't think
because he did the same shit for the whiteout game, and I know for a fact he wasn't messing around then. I know for a fact.
That was so funny, bro, when he was like, it was like 5 hours before the game. He's like, I see no Vikings fans here.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It was like 7 a.m. Where is everyone in their white? I just walked by a couple wearing a purple jersey. Get out of here. You don't deserve to be a Vikings fan. Like that guy is weird, but he's my source's source, so I gotta trust him. All right, Anything else? Oh, Rodgers, I guess.
Oh yeah,
That stupid guy.
I don't like him at all, and it's not even like, oh, you played on the team that beat the shit out of my team for years. It's just like he's just annoying.
Bro,
He's
make
doing
up your
too
mind. Like, just choose if you want to play or not.
There's like get it, like you don't got to do this whole darkness retreat, man. Like you don't got to go hide in a cave for 4 days, dog.
And you'd think hiding in the cave for 4 days, you'd have some vindication coming out of the cave, but now he's dragging it on further. Like, hold on, let me pop this one last tab to see what the sun god thinks I should do. Like,
How
bro,
funny would it be if he went back in on another? He's like, I can't decide. I got to go back into the cave.
that'd be really funny. And at that point, dude, it'd be so funny if like, okay, imagine he goes in the cave again, thinking, okay, I'm either gonna go to the Jets or I'm gonna retire. He comes out of the cave, like, and the Jets have already made up their mind. They like signed Garoppolo already, and he's like just fucked. That'd be the most amazing thing to ever happen. He's like, all right, guys, I'm ready to go to the Jets, and then
No, I think it happens tomorrow. I think the trade happens tomorrow because
I can't say.
he can go. I forget who said this. He gets traded. He goes to the team. He has time to recruit. I don't think he's gonna wait until late in the season because he wants to recruit his guys. Like the Jets are already pretty good, but obviously it's the same thing as like when Tom Brady went to the Bucks, how he just brought a shitload of free agents in.
But okay, so he's had all this time in Green Bay. What free agents besides Randall Cobb has he really brought in?
That's yeah.
Who is he bringing to New York?
I think it was out of hate. Nobody wants to actually go to Green Bay, and he also just hates everything going around. And why would you go with somebody that just when they're just going to be a hater of the environment around them?
Yeah,
dude, I think the dynamic, if he goes there, of course, the dynamic of New York media and Aaron Rodgers is going to be so fascinating.
Crazy.
Like every day, there's going to be a new like. We're gonna find out what he really does because they get to the bottom of everything.
Yeah.
Slay.
What?
Darius Slay.
Oh.
They gave him the option to seek a trade, but he never requested it. So I don't really know what that's all about.
I think
don't want him on the team.
It looks like they're looking to just get young DBs. To be honest. Yeah. They're letting Bradbury walk as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, what they said at 30 and 31, 30 and 11. I want to say it's 11.
10.
And they got 10, 30, 62, and 94.
So you get one of either Witherspoon or Gonzalez at 10 because I think like one of them has to be there, and either way you're getting a stud. And at 30, you just. At 30, you just get BPA or Bijan.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah, I have them going Witherspoon at 10, and then I had them going Osiris Torrance at 31.
Interesting. I think that's a very interesting trade.
It's gonna, dude. I was making that mock, and I was just like, after this Bears trade, it just completely like changed how I was looking at it. I had to make this like 4 times because I couldn't decide on where I wanted players to go. I don't even like it right now. Like I'm going to redo it probably. The Bears and Panthers trade just completely shook up how the draft is going to fall, I think.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I rant a second? This is totally unrelated, but I've been seeing like a bunch of people. I think JV is the one that did this. I don't know. I don't really remember. But there's been so many people that have made like best fit at receiver, and no one thinks Quentin Johnson is a good fit. And it's like, what are you talking about? Everyone has him as like their wide receiver 3. Come on, learn.
I still have him at 1.
He's 1 definitively.
He's 2 for me behind JSN.
That's okay.
That's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had in my mock draft, I had them going Gonzalez and then Bijan, which would be so nasty.
That'd be disgusting. I'd hate that.
Yeah, that would be. I would want to kill myself.
Because we have an away game. We have an away game at the link too.
Well, I think that's gonna be nasty either way. But if they got Bijan, dude, with that run, dude, Jalen Hurts, Bijan read option.
against a defensive line that no longer has Dalvin.
No, just against
Is
the
Miles
defense that no longer
Sanders a
has
free agent?
anyone. Yeah, he's a free agent.
It's gonna be like Shamar Stephen and Jaleel Johnson back in there.
Yeah, bro.
PTSD.
Gonna mess with Miles Sanders.
What is his name? Patrick something. I think I really like Patrick Jones. Breakout
Oh,
season.
yeah,
He's so good.
Oh yeah.
And then DJ Wanham's gonna get his like
DJ
9
Wanham, 8
fraud
sacks.
sacks.
Yeah, all against the Bears.
All those fraudulent sacks ever.
Nah, bro, he's goated.
All right, bro.
Oh, heck, dude.
Yeah, dude. At first, it was so simple before free agency. It's like just get your wide receiver 2, and now it's like get anything. Honestly, I still want the wide receiver 2 because I like it's a great offense. Is a great offense, and because you can build around your defense. It's just any news from Boobs?
Not
I don't think anything yet, but he's been pretty active right now.
he's been
Bro, please stop saying Olabisi Johnson is wide receiver 2.
Dog, oh dude, like I hate this draft so much. Like it's really just taken a lot of the like love for the game out of me because this draft sucks. It's so bad. Dude, like I see people geeking about Kalijah Cansey and Deontay Banks.
Nice.
Nah, bro, stop it. Like I don't. All the Vikings fans want like the bad players at 23, and it's really pissing me off. Like, no,
I'd
dude.
like
if we get Emmanuel Forbes or Deontay Banks, like, stop. I'm not rooting for that.
What's up? What is it about Deontay Banks that doesn't move you? I don't know enough about him like at all.
He's just like
Forbes. I totally get like with the size thing. I don't.
Forbes is like Cameron Dantzler, but like skinnier.
Yeah, and I get that.
Isn't he old too?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like, dude, half my timeline is saying, "Oh, why don't we get Deontay Banks or Emmanuel Forbes or I really like Kalijah Cansey," and then I'll be like, "Okay, we're good now. We're good, and I'm good for like a day," and then it's yesterday. There's just an explosion of Hendon Hooker praise. And that's when I gave up. I just
You know what it's been for me? It's been Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Oh, I can't, dude. I can't deal with it.
Nonstop. They're like, throw a 3rd round pick at him. Why not? Like,
Dude, I don't understand all the love for him. The USC game should have been enough for people to not like him as a QB. Like, he's just not that good.
It's unserious drafting like a mid-round quarterback, no matter who they are.
It's such bad. Like, dude, come on. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Like, you think you're gonna develop him? Like I don't know. Like, it's either like you have real confidence in you developing him to be a great QB, or you're just like, oh yeah, we'll throw this out and he'll be a backup for 10 years. That's cool.
Yeah.
Jake Hayner at whatever it is, 78.
Fresno State, is that what you got?
Families, yeah.
I'm a big Jake Hayner guy.
Yeah.
Didn't put me on. He's actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
He's better than Tanner McKee.
Bro, Aiden O'Connell in the 6th round will get us right.
No, bro. According to Rico knows, Aiden O'Connell is going 1st overall.
Yeah,
So
he's QB1.
No, guys, Malik Cunningham at pick 229.
facts.
And did y'all hear we talked to DTR, so we're drafting him. Like, we had a meeting with him.
Why? Dude, that's like the Kellen Mond pick. Like, what was the point? We had him around to chill for 2 years.
Yeah, bro, he was just here.
Dude, that's
I still don't understand that pick. That was so, dude.
Yeah.
That was literally just Rick trying to piss off Zimmer. I feel.
Yeah.
There was
Wyatt
no
Davis.
reason for that.
Chaz Surratt, Wyatt Davis, and Kellen Mond.
Okay, and
crazy.
Wyatt Davis was a fire pick, but he's
He
like
was. I was a Davis fan.
he was so elite in college, and then he just got really fat. So I can't blame them.
Like, completely blow up his.
Yeah. Oh. I'm just gonna scroll Twitter and see if I can find some stupid stuff to complain about. Let's see.
Are we able to restructure Kirk this year or no?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, completely restructure his deal, or would he get barred? Because didn't we do that last
He
season? We
wouldn't do
restructured his
that.
contract.
He wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Dalvin Tomlinson He's one of the guys where like I feel like we have to keep him.
He was like our best player on defense.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where I mean, you look at the team, and I think Joe posted about this, and I actually agreed with him. And it was like there's very few guys where you take them off the team and the complexion or like the direction of the team like completely changes. Those guys being Brian O'Neill, Christian Darrisaw, Hawk, Justin Jefferson,
JJ.
Kirk Cousins, Daniil, Dalvin Tomlinson, Harry. After that, I think you can trade or cut anyone, fill in the gaps, and you'd still have at the very least a competent team.
Yeah.
I just think it's gonna be a bit until like you're really good. Luckily, all of those guys except for Harry and Kirk are young guys, like in like their lower 20s. Except for I think O'Neill's like 26, 27.
I think Daniil's like 29 too.
No, he's young.
Let me look.
I thought he was old, but he's actually like really young, I think.
No, he's 29.
Really?
Yeah.
He's 28. Stupid.
It says 29 on Over the Cap, so
it says 28 on whatever this is.
Jeez, right. Harrison's 34. That's crazy.
We got work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. Boof's gone.
Oh yeah, he said he had to grab something real quick. So, dude, we have so much dead cap. Thielen having a net 13.5 million dead cap hit is abysmal.
I don't know why I saw a reasoning, but I don't know why we didn't post June 1 him.
Dude, that is an abysmal contract. I just don't get it.
I think we're at the point where we're just gonna start talking about stuff that doesn't matter. Okay. I guess we could rant. Santana is. Are you seeing what he's saying?
No, right now. I can look.
He's complaining about how we didn't trade a third-round pick for Jalen Ramsey, which
Oh yeah. Well, we don't have enough cap space for that, so that's also our second pick in the draft, and we don't have enough cap space for that.
Yeah, like okay. What else?
Hold on, I want to look at the Dolphins cap right now.
Yes, it's broken. I'm not going to use it. Nobody else is going to wash it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore.
All right, Odell. Yes, no, maybe.
Not for 20 million.
What? Matt Milano is staying in Buffalo. Good. I think we're done.
My cat broke something.
Yeah, I think we're done. So, yeah, we've officially run out of things to say. I'm pretty sure we forgot something, and as soon as we end this recording, something big's gonna happen. So, I think we should plan when we record next. So,
yeah,
I don't know, like Thursday or something.
Maybe, yeah.
I think I'm good on all weekdays, honestly. Just okay. So Boof isn't Silas. I still don't know what to call him. It's not here anymore. I guess follow me, Twitter, EvanOzal31. Follow Bennett Torgers1. I don't know Boof's. I'm sure.
He's federal.
No, that's not it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think that one got banned.
What did you just say?
La dog fight. All right. We're out. Follow, subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks for watching. Bye.